I've talked to really successful guys. There's some really young cats that are like 23, 22, 21, 19 years old that made $1 million. And I've talked to them, and they're still kind of dumb. Now, you can still be a genius and make a bunch of, hey, if you can make that money, make that money. Hey, rather be a dumb smart idiot than a dumb poor idiot, right? But they're still letting a lot of things fly. They're still very inexperienced about the world. There's just a lot of things, and two, they're missing a lot of wisdom. Especially, it's a lot of relationship, a lot of kind of interpersonal wisdom and stuff that they're missing. Some people never even get it. That's the sad part. Possibly, yeah. There's a couple of them. There's quite a few of them, and so a lot of them in Dubai, by the way. A lot of them made their money from like making scam pumps and stuff, getting pump and dump groups to make other cash and shit. I mean, that's where a lot of them made their money and stuff. If you actually look at a lot of their financial backgrounds and stuff, they never were rich before. A couple of them were already rich from family member rich and shit. And that's actually kind of the worst ones. Is like that's actually been one of my biggest things to tackle. Is like, how am I going to raise my kids so they're not entitled cunts? My God, workout cut out from me. Huh?
Put them to work in the field. I was always thinking, like,
yeah, I mean, back in the day, they usually just throw their kids in the military and then in military school and stuff, and then they just make them into turbo cunts.
Yeah,
because there is something like now. Sometimes you got to take orders. It's good to be able to take orders and stuff. But I think now, as a guy, like I've only worked for my family myself, right? I did little internships, things here and there, right? I like being my own boss, right? I can work at my own retarded drum of a beat, right? I think it's kind of semi-gay to take orders from a guy.
High key. No, not really, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like I think it's kind of emasculating, like if I'm being for real. I like being the jefe of jefes, you know? I don't know what I'm going with this, but like I don't know, man. It just like I think like I met this is I'm trying to be as PC as I can right here, man. But I've met a lot of guys in the military, man. They have this trauma in them because basically like I've met a lot of guys in the military. It doesn't matter what branch of shit. Maybe the Space Force. I haven't met any Space Force people. I've never met a Space Force person.
A lot of crayon eaters and stuff, and there's like an inner rage inside them because why are they pissed off? Well, one is they're teaching you to kill, right? Of course, duh, right? But the other part is, I mean, you have a fucking man fucking like yelling at you 24/7 a day, and you're his little bitch. And even if he's a little bitch, you're his bitch. Like, come on, there's so many people that come off the street that go in to join the military. They're so much better than their superiors. Like, oh my God, like, come on, let's be for real here. Like, there's some guy mopping the floors, and that fucker should be the one running the ship, probably. But it is what it is. Real men are dying breeds, damn right. And most men don't know how to lead, and most men don't even know how to lead other men. That's a big thing too, man. I mean, the whole thing about leading men, you don't have to be a fucking asshole to your guys, right? But eventually, if you're led by a terrible person, but you're forced to be in that position, I've seen a lot of these guys like, you know, snap and make very stupid decisions, social decisions. A high key kind of gay. I gotta talk to men at work 24/7. Wait, didn't Tate say that shit? Yeah.
Kind of gay. I gotta talk to. Yeah, you had to do that shit the entire time.
Yeah, no. But it's just jokes, you guys. We're just fucking around. But yeah, but it's like, it was shout out to my boy Wall. My boy's like, man, all my top brass are a couple dudes and the shit, and then the rest of my company's all females. Shout out to Waller. Yeah. Yeah, some people know how to play the military game, but they hate the bullshit that comes with it. Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit, right? And you have a lot of people who shouldn't be in those positions, but they get the positions, or they've been put in there, or like they're even in the military. There's a lot of like, how do I say it? Like, you know, you're kind of grandfathered in through family and stuff like that. Like, you go. I mean, there are some people that shouldn't be going to like West Point, but they should be, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about very high level stuff, or like we're already in the system to be in military school since brats all the way up and stuff, and everything like that, and then just kind of we're just shitty people. I mean, it's like you check out the Band of Brothers and stuff like that, you know, that like that's actually one of the biggest examples, fucking malarkey.
Yeah. But like if you see like that whole thing, right? I mean, that guy basically was put in that position and stuff like that, family, and then just basically just failed and got people killed, you know? Kind of crazy. Crypto, let's see. I was in the army, bro. You're correct. Yeah, and there's so much, but the military is really good. It's really good at getting people out of the, like, if you're in the shitty part of the world. Like, I'd say this is one of the best things about the military is if you're in a really bad situation, right? You know, poor single mother, just in a bad, no parents, like if you're in the worst part of, like, you're down bad, you got a really bad hand, join the military, get out, then use that as a way to kind of move yourself across the country. Like, it will like get you out of like the lowest slums, at least get you into the lower middle class, and you can like work your way out of it and stuff. And there's great things about the military. So I'm not shitting on the military for that sense. I think it's actually like a crime how we treat our vets. Like, it's bullshit, bro. Like, there should be a law every time they pass like a spending bill. Every time they spend a spending bill to send money to Ukraine or any of these bullshit ass wars, at least 10 or 20% of that money should go to help the vets out. A lot of the homeless are just like, a lot of them are vets, man, and they just seen some shit and they need help. Like, I think the one thing I disagreed with like Ronald Reagan on was that he decided to close all the mental hospitals down. Like, some of these people need to be like in these hospitals to get help, and I think it's wrong. It really is the horrible thing that we do to our vets and stuff like that. Like there used to be a time in this country where vets were really honored and everything like that, and there's no special privileges for being a vet or anything, right? Like,
get that 10% discount. That's about it.
Yeah, 10% discount on base, if that. It's bullshit. It's really, really bullshit. And like, but hey, we keep giving money to these fucking big companies, right? Lockheed Martin keeps making that money.